Yo, what's up guys? It's your man DM Rodriguez, and before I start this video I want to pay respects to a great comic book illustrator who just passed away on a few weeks ago, Carlos Pacheco. One of my favorite European artists. He was Spanish, and I first saw his work in the early 90s, and his work was a lot different from the American illustrators that were doing work back then, and I think he brought a lot of life and different style to the game. And yeah, we lost a great one, man. Great illustrator, respected artist. So yeah, mucho respeto y descanse en paz. Now, back to the video. So basically what I have here is a final page for a short story I'm working on. I believe this is the page, I can't remember, 6 or 7? I should number them, I know. And what I want to address here is, when drawing a comic book page, you might find yourself changing panels up, and there are different ways to I guess edit the page without having to redraw it, right? And this is what, cut and paste used to look like before Adobe Photoshop. Draw it on a separate page, cut it out, paste it. Now, the reason why I overwent the allotted space that I have here is because I feel as if I want to put more dialogue in this. And as you can see, I use this much space, so obviously I have to cut him off from here to here, so this would be the new panel, moved over of course with this. And I could do this in Photoshop as well. I do want to sell these pages once they're complete, so I will have to remedy this at some point. I don't want to redraw this because it looks great. What can be done here, however, is an old technique. Just get a X-Acto blade and cut in at a 90-degree angle on top of another piece of illustration board, and this will serve to you can move it over, and this will serve to give us a piece that will fit perfectly in there, and that will flatten it out, in which case we can paste this on top. And I know it seems like a lot of work, but like I said, I intend to sell these pages, and I know that selling comic book pages is, to me, it's the icing on the cake. First you get paid for the job, and then you can hold on to your work, and then at some point when someone gives you the right amount of money, you can sell it to them. This is one of a kind, right? And it's interesting to see comic book pages with all the corrections and how those corrections were done. And I don't think it'll matter. It's actually, it shows you the craft, so I'm not really worried about that. I will sell it for however much I want to. If someone wants to buy it, that would be lovely. Otherwise, I'll take it to the grave. Anyhow, besides this, what I also wanted to address was this illustration here. Okay, let's just basically set the scene. The scene of the story is called The Monster Brought. It's basically The Bride of Frankenstein if things changed a little bit during the moment, the last moment of, if you're familiar with the films, The Bride of Frankenstein movie. So in that scene we have Dr. Frankenstein and his wife Elizabeth, or his wife to be. I'm not sure if they're married yet or if they're still engaged at the time, but they escape. and the building goes kaboom, right? Uh, my tale changes a little bit, and it follows them further. What happens afterwards? Well, in this story, based on Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, of course, where I take it is at some point the doctor and his wife they end up going to America. So here they're on a ship on its way to America in their cabin, and he's still worried because you know of all the craziness that happened, and she's trying to console him, right? And what a way to be consoled. So I want to draw this illustration today and show you how as you can see, the pages, there's a lot of done of the page. I like to work here and there once I get a nice um, page layout. So, yeah, I'm gonna work on this today. Let me zoom in on that.